Hello, this is Jay Far here. I'm recording on my phone. I'm holding my phone. You can see my finger there on the side of the screen. Yeah, I don't have an official setup here, but I really want to get on YouTube and share my initial thoughts after Cowboys games. That's a weird thing to say, but that's what I want to do. I feel compelled to do it. Here's the deal. I used to be a coach. I was a football coach for about a decade, and I recently got out, and I'm working with my wife now, and things are great. It's a much better work-life balance. But ever since then, I've been like my desire for football and like my passion towards the Dallas Cowboys has exponentially grown. I guess I'm like listening to podcasts 24/7 about the Cowboys. I'm like studying up on their roster. Like I'm just really into it, and I can't even really explain why. It's crazy. I guess I'm just, if I had to explain it, I would say that it's like scratching that football itch that I've been missing since leaving coaching, I think is what it is. But anyway, my initial thoughts after this game, this preseason game against the Seahawks, the defending world champion Seahawks, in their building, which was packed to begin with. Oh my gosh, there was more people at that game, that preseason game, than any other game I've watched so far. But that's neither here nor there. That might be why the Cowboys were a little slow starting off. But my initial takeaways: number one, Shaez Pete is big as hell. Shaez Pete, big as hell. And I had heard from Brian Broaddus saying that guard. I just got a text message. I had heard from Brian Broaddus saying that him playing guard at 6'9" is kind of awkward looking, and he was absolutely right. Like, I didn't know exactly what I was picturing in my head when Brian was talking about that. But yeah, he looks like, to me, he looks, and he's like Native American. He's 6'9". He's ginormous playing guard. And he's out there. He looks like that big dude with the mustache and the long hair from The Longest Yard, the one with Adam Sandler, and they're playing ping pong. That's who he looks like out there a little bit. He's just a massive human being. I don't know if he did well. Like, I'm just kind of watching, trying to gauge. I feel like the offensive line, as the game went on, just started wearing out Seattle pretty good. But yeah, he's big as hell. Uh, Julius Wood is a dog. That's my number two. Julius Wood is an absolute dog. The defense as a whole, I thought, played outstanding. I know it's preseason, and I'm not going to hype it up too much, but just from what I saw, the scheme looked great. The back end plays with a swagger that definitely wasn't there last year. I think that's Christian Parker's doing. But yeah, getting back to my initial takeaways, Julius Wood is an absolute dog. Got a great battle for tight end going. Now that Michael Trigg has kind of arrived, he made some outstanding plays. I think Rodgers is out. I'm sorry, brother, but I think Rodgers is out. He fumbled. He had a drop. But Schoonmaker better look out for Trigg. That's all I'm going to say about that. I love the receiver battle going on for the last spot. Brown obviously had his stamp on the game, but you also had Mingo. Mingo is balling. So I like both those dudes, and honestly, there were a couple others. Hudson looked good. I mean, they're battling. Kind of the same thing at running back. I've kind of gone off my list here, but running back is great. Malik Davis is running back too, in my opinion. Like, he is running back too. Maffa and Blue can fight for the third spot. Little concerned about backup tackles, like I think everybody else is. Nate Thomas did not look good. Johnson looked all right, but he even had a penalty here and there. I gotta watch the trenches like deeper. I recorded the game, so I'm gonna watch the trenches. I really want to see the interior defensive line, how they played. I don't think Jay Toia played very good. And I don't think who he was playing next to primarily didn't do great. But Tommy Dunn and Gilliam looked decent to me. James Houston did what he does. He solidified that third outside linebacker spot. And I think Sam Williams and Malachi Lawrence are kind of battling for that fourth, I guess. I mean, I would give it to Malachi. I think, even though I saw him get reached early on in the game, but that's kind of to be expected a little bit. And he lost contain one time, so yeah, I don't think he had the best game, but I think he still gets the edge over Sam Williams a little bit. That'll be a good battle going forward, and that's to get that like fourth outside linebacker spot. I think because James Houston, I think you got to give it to him. Let's see. What other takeaways did I have from the game? Trayshawn Holden is fast as hell with the ball. Like, he caught that punt, and then they had the flag, and then the very next. I hate redos. Like, I hate, as a player, I hated redos. I remember one time I was deep snapping in high school, and snapped it good. It was like snowing too in this game, so snapping it was pretty difficult. And I snapped it good, execution great. Well, there's a penalty, we had to redo it. So of course I get in my own head, snap it bad. I felt like that happened with Trayshawn Holden. He like returned the first punt beautifully. Like, he had the ball. I was like, holy hell, he can fly. Great to see. Next punt, or the penalty occurs, they have to repunt it. Next time, he makes a really dumb decision, and that looks bad on him. So, I don't know. That doesn't help him in the receiver battle. Thought Sam Howell looked great. Thought Joe Milton looked great. So, overall, like, can't stress how awesome it was to see the defense balling out the way they did. And I know it's preseason. I get that. Totally understand it. But, yeah. The offense played really well, as just as a total team win. Aubrey had a field goal. Special teams, I mean, they looked all right. I think I'm going to rewatch it, but yeah, my initial feelings on it are very positive, very excited for the next one. I know they got the Saints inter squad practice, whatever, and then they'll have their second preseason game, and so super pumped for it. Yeah, so I'm going to post this now, and hopefully in the future, we're still in the preseason. We're early on, but hopefully in the future I'll get a legit setup going, and I'll do it. We'll do post game media stuff. I don't know if it's not media. It's a content creator. Anyway, JFAR over and out. Peace out. First up. This is crazy.